Okay, fine, it is working. Hi, welcome to That's a Thing Accent Core, episode 0.86. My name's Kevin, and with me is...
Nolan.
Yeah, Drew. Drew will show up if he shows up. Listen, the That's the Thing podcast recording schedule is you got 10 minutes from time of recording, and then we go. And then you just get it.
There's no wait.
There's no waiting. So we're
Throw
just...
the garbage there.
Yeah, like it doesn't matter. We're not professionals. So anyway, we were talking about before the podcast started, we were talking about Fortnite and army recruiting and the NBA 2K League, all sorts of things. So Nolan, what you downloaded Fall Guys? That's how you haven't started that, have you?
I haven't. Okay, so I haven't played it yet, but I've watched a bunch of YouTubers and streamers play it, and that looks like a really fun party game.
It is. It's good.
That seems cool.
I enjoyed it. I played. I downloaded it. I won twice, so I can confidently say I am the fallen guy. It's really good. If you don't know what Fall Guys is, Devolver. So if you have PSN, just download it. It's free on your PSN. Download it. Highly recommended. Well worth the price of your PSN subscription. But anyway, it's just Double Dare Battle Royale. You play as these like jelly bean marshmallow mans, and you have to do physical challenges. And the last one standing is the victor. There are only 3 buttons: jump, dive, and grab. And that's kind of it.
It sounds like the perfect game.
It's
Like a Wipeout style party game.
it's really good. It's also it's amazing how like it's both genius but also infuriating because there are team games and your team can let you down. So one of my Fall Guys pro tips is whenever you're doing a team game, when it's 3v3 basically, always punish weakness because the lowest team is eliminated. So first and second go on, but third place gets eliminated. So if you notice, if you're like blue and red are doing okay, and then yellow starts to go down, just go yellow. Punish weakness. You must become a monster to be the fall guy. But yeah, I like it. It's really good.
I might have to give that like a play either today or tomorrow.
Oh, it's worth it. I think the game's biggest issue is I think right now there's 18 courses, and I think that game becomes one of the greatest games ever if it hits 30 to 40 courses or variants, because you like I think I've played it for about 4 or 5 hours, and I've played everything at least once. And then you're kind of like, okay, here's this obstacle course. I kind of know the route of it now. And even if it was just like alterations of it. So like,
Okay, so it's like Mario Party games, but it's like randomized.
yeah. So there's usually like 4 to 5 rounds, depending on how many people get eliminated, and each one's kind of like a Mario Party kind of mini game. That's the closest is if Mario Party had 20 mini games instead of the 100 it has, where you're hitting repeats a little too early. But it also makes it more kind of, you learn the routes of things, and your routes get disrupted because other people are in the way and have physics, and that causes problems. Yeah, because you're trying to do the optimal route, but people know the optimal route, so there's like 5 fall guys in your way, and you're all kind of your jumps are tripping off of each other. So sometimes the suboptimal way is correct, or just bailing and running back around and taking the other. Oh, it's good. I enjoy it. I enjoy Fall Guys. I think it's great. I like the character. I like the tone. It has that kind of, it's just Double Dare Splatoon 90s tone. People are theorizing.
that cute and goofy, but it's still.
Yeah, it's not really. It feels like this is a Nickelodeon cartoon, which is that to me what Splatoon also had. It's that kind of. It's everything's in foam. It's like guts. They should do a cross promotion. Put the aggro crag in there.
Like, Nickelodeon's not doing anything with it. Please.
Yeah, nah. The Nickelodeon, as we've seen, they're just putting out all their old properties, like trying to bring Ren and Stimpy back, which they already did. Remember Adult Party Cartoon?
Uh,
How terrible that was. Even worse than regular Ren and Stimpy, which I don't like. This is old news, but we haven't.
not even Ren and Stimpy, but like every one of his spin-off shows.
Oh, they've been worse. The more you give John K. creative freedom, the more horrible the thing becomes. Because it's not him that did it.
What's the one that has the muscular guys and all
the Ripping Friends?
The Ripping Friends. Oh my god.
Oh, it's terrible.
It's so bad.
It's real bad, and it's not even good bad. It's just it's not. It's like
it's objectively awful.
It's there's nothing there. There's just nothing. There's not even. You can't even say style over substance. Wasn't there. I don't like it. I don't like Ren and Stimpy. I think I only watched. Oh.
Okay, go ahead.
I was just gonna say I only watched it because it was forbidden.
I watched it because it was just on one day on Nickelodeon. I'm like, oh, what's this? And then I watched the full episode. I'm like, I don't want to watch that anymore. I'm done. I'm good. I'm fine.
It's
give me Butt Ugly Martians. I'll take that instead.
I would gladly take Butt Ugly Martians. Listen, I've watched a few episodes of Butt Ugly Martians. I think I've seen maybe 2. I can't remember much about Butt Ugly Martians.
I can't remember jack shit except for like they start out small and then they power up and they get like a little bit bigger.
Yeah, they get in their power armor, the BKM, aka butt kicking mode. See, this is what I have going on in my brain. This is why I can't do math. This is why whenever I've tried to learn how to code, which I've attempted 3 different times, it ends with me crying. And then knowing about the Butt Ugly Martian and how they had like a weird crossover with some Danish mall or something. Because I watched like a live action stage play of the Butt Ugly Martians coming out, and it was like in like a Danish or a Swedish mall or something. And I'm like, what is this even? And all parties were confused. It was one of those where they wanted like a Nickelodeon land, but they got like Butt Ugly Martians because it was on the cheap.
You can't make Nickelodeon land.
Nah.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't think I'd ever want to go to Nickelodeon land.
No.
Because it'd be like 80% SpongeBob.
Well,
and that would be it.
There's some messed up stuff with SpongeBob. You know that they're doing like 3 spin-offs of SpongeBob?
Yeah, against the original creator's wishes.
Yeah.
But he's dead. So
yeah, as soon as it was like
whatever.
He died, and then they greenlit the Camp SpongeBob whatever. It's like Camp Coral, which is SpongeBob Babies. There's going to be a Patrick Star spinoff, and I think there's also a Squidward spinoff. And it's so I like SpongeBob.
Just let it die.
Well, I think but none of those characters could hold a show by themselves. The whole point is that it's the ensemble.
No, I completely agree with you. I don't even think SpongeBob is that strong by himself. He always has to have another character with him.
Yeah, it's the whole the whole crux is that you have all these characters and they and they bounce off each other. Like what's Patrick going to do by himself? Are they going to give Patrick an even dumber Patrick? Are they gonna give him some other friend that's like
it's gonna be his like cousin or something that's
in,
living with him.
is he gonna move? Is it gonna be like the Cleveland show?
It's gonna be like a country bumpkin, Patrick.
Oh Lord, you're right. That's what that show is.
Yeah, see,
Oh, I can see it.
okay. I was talking to this. I'm sorry, I was talking about this with people. I'm like, listen, the only thing I'd be interested in is just like maybe. I'm like, what else are they gonna do? They're gonna just send Sandy Squirrel back to Texas and do a show about that. No one wants to see that.
Okay, real talk. I would kind of like to see Plankton's college years.
You know,
Because remember, he keeps talking about how he has a college degree. I want to see, like, Monsters University. I would not mind Plankton in college.
and him and Crab are roommates or some
Yeah.
crap like that.
Are just Plankton.
And they're really good friends right now. But we'll see
Yeah,
where
you
they
know
go.
you know the tragedy. You know where this leads. You have Plankton. It'd be like 21 Jump Street movie. Or was it 22 Jump Street? Which was 22 the one where they were in college?
Yeah, 22 Jump Street.
Yeah.
They're literally the same movie. It doesn't matter.
I thought that movie was shockingly good.
22 is the better one of the two, but it's still like okay in my
Well, I
mind.
think it's because when I had zero expectations. That was when I think I saw 21 Jump Street in theaters because I went on a date to go see it way back when in the long ago. And I was like, okay, this movie's out. And then I watched it. I was like, yo, that movie is great. Because my expectations were zero, and getting like okay, I was thrilled. I was like, yo, that movie's pretty okay. I'm in a good mood.
Oh yeah, shoot. I wanted to bring that up too. Movies are coming back finally.
Oh yeah, movies are back. We're getting
Back.
and not how you have to pay $24 on Disney Plus to see Mulan.
Oh, God. Okay. I'm kind of getting tired of it's free, but you got to pay extra money for it.
Yeah, like they're
Between Mulan and the Control thing, I'm kind of getting pissed off with.
They're putting DLC. It's DLC in your Disney streaming service. It's.
Do you know why they're doing it?
I don't know.
Okay, so this is just me thinking about it. The only reason they're doing this is they have to make that money back somehow.
Oh yeah.
And there's no way they're going to make it back in the theaters.
Of course
this
not.
Is the best we did.
Yeah, so they're gonna go for the whales and basically say, okay, this is what we're gonna do. Although honestly, if you just wanted to say, here's the value add for our streaming service, is that you're getting Disney movies for free, effectively. You'd think that Disney would be able, because the whole Disney Plus's whole thing is we have the Disney stuff. We have Star Wars and all of our family stuff. So just get it. It's all on demand. Just get it. And if you put like the live action movies there because you couldn't have it working, then everyone's gonna be like, yo, okay. I guess I'll sign up for Disney Plus because they're putting movies out. But what do I know about business?
Oh, that's where they threw the Lady and the Tramp movie too.
Yeah. Just now it's just
It's
gonna
like,
be
yeah,
all the stinkers. They're just going there. The realistic CG adaptations of classic. When are we going to get the realistic CG adaptation of Will Smith live action Aladdin? So they take Uncanny Valley CG models of everyone in the live action Aladdin and then repurpose it. So you have CG.
When are we going to get the live action CG version of? When are we going to get the live action CG version of Atlantis?
Oh, that's a. Oh, you know that. Actually, that one would have made way more sense than a lot of the other ones.
Yeah.
Okay, so the Disney, we all know, or at least what I've been informed from watching Defunct Land, AK and Lindsay, all those like Disney people on the YouTubes, is that Treasure Planet doomed their animation department. Even though I liked Treasure Planet, apparently Treasure Planet was a horrible failure. So when are we getting the Treasure Planet live action?
I don't know.
It's
gonna be the Treasure Planet, Atlantis, and
the Avengers. They'll be there.
They will be there. They're gonna build an Iron Man suit out of ancient Atlantis technology.
Okay. No, you're making it cool.
Fly around and
stop making it cool.
And he's gonna, but the general's gonna have a big American robot.
Oh man, the big guy in Rusty shows up.
Yeah.
No, I thought you were gonna say like, and then one of the Atlantis has like a cool Virgil samurai sword, and then goes, "Now I'm motivated," and then he unsheaths his sword, all cool, but he just like clicks it open a little bit, and you're like, "Oh man, here it happens." He starts judgment cutting, and it's sick. I love it when things judgment cut. Give me more of that.
Literally, if Disney just makes stuff way more stupider, I feel like it'd make a lot more money.
Oh, of course. Of course. I finally finished about Disney, and they're doing stupid, how they're doing the High Republic or whatever, because the Star Wars, the sequel trilogy did so bad, they're having to reboot it again, or they're having to go between, the pre-prequel. Isn't that what they're doing?
It's pre-prequel, but it's another trilogy.
Yeah. Which
so now everything's going to be renumbered.
Why don't, and this is, I mean, maybe I'm just a stupid man, but why don't they just make Knights of the Old Republic? Everyone likes it.
They have the right.
They have the rights. Everyone likes it, and the story is already done. You have to tweak it. Like, don't get me wrong, you're going to have to adapt it. But if you just said, here's the Old Republic, there's HK-47 and Bastila, you got to fight Malik, and in the twisted
cut
second...
that down to 3 movies.
Yeah.
You can do it.
Yeah, like the second movie, you find out that the main character was Darth Revan, and then the last one's the Starforge, and you're like, wow, that was cool, I like that. And then you're like, oh, well, here's the sequel trilogy, Knights of the Old Republic 2. And then you got Kreia, and then everyone's like, wow, these Star Wars movies got really good all of a sudden. This is cool. And everyone's like, yep.
That was good, but that final battle was weird. They just kind of kept teleporting into different rooms.
Well, listen, they already did that with Rise of Skywalker, just teleporting from area to area because they just didn't know what to do. God.
So I recently went back and, because I don't know, I was on some sort of kick to watch crappy movies, and I, for the first time, actually just sat down and paid attention to The Rise of Skywalker?
Yeah.
God, that's an awful movie.
It's
so bad.
What's interesting is that, like, just thinking about it, it's so you have the original Star Wars, and then you have the prequels. And I have to defend the prequels even though they suck because they're more interesting than the sequels, even though the sequels are better movies. They're better movies, they flow better. It's just, they look better, the performances are better, but they're not as interesting because the prequels are so weird.
The only prequel I can safely defend is 3, and that's it.
I defend the novelization of 3. I've said it a lot.
I defend the Chinese redubbing.
Yeah, it's just the novelization's so cool because it starts off with Anakin in a trench on some alien planet eating a bug, and he's like, "I haven't slept in 2 years." I've either been getting shot at by robots or having romantic problems with my girlfriend trying to hide my relationship from the Jedi. I feel like I'm dying. And I'm like, okay, that makes way more sense why he fell to the dark side, because he was just like, I'm sick of this.
I gotta keep the Jedi away from my baby mama.
Pretty much, but
They
also
cannot
not
mend.
dying because the super robots are constantly trying to kill him. It's like I can't take a break. I can't sleep. It's just like I gotta guard my thoughts around Obi-Wan because if I'm like I can't say, man, Obi-Wan, I'm really having some problems because Padme's pregnant and I'm the father. That's not gonna work. But it's just okay. Did you have anything?
There has to be a point where Obi-Wan's like, "Oh, it looks like Padme's pregnant. I wonder who the father is." And Anakin just like sweating hard and like looking left to right. Like,
Jar.
oh god,
He just says Jar
oh
Jar.
no.
Listen,
Uh,
they're both from Naboo.
Thanks, Jar Jar.
Yeah, it's Jar
Yeah.
Jar. Misa Adadi.
Speaking of like just watching straight garbage,
Yeah.
boy, I hate Scoob.
Did you
Boy,
ever finish it?
I finished that. That movie is like just the most garbage. It's the most. What do we have to make a movie out of? Hanna-Barbera. All right, let's use everything we got.
I so I haven't seen it, but from what the plot synopsis and stuff I've seen, it reminds me of Tom Cruise The Mummy, where
Holy shit, it is.
they're trying to establish a cinematic universe in one movie, and it's not working. They're like, okay, we're gonna establish the Hanna Barbera cinematic universe, the thing that no one wanted.
How well do you know like Hanna-Barbera like old
Fairly
cartoons?
well.
Okay.
It's weird. Like so I know Scooby Doo. I've watched a lot of Johnny Quest, both the new Adventures of Johnny Quest. I've seen classic Space Ghost and Coast to Coast. Like I've seen that Yogi Bear, Wacky Ray. Like I've seen a lot of Hanna Barbera. I know it. I knew who the Blue Falcon was. Like I'll leave it that like I knew who that was.
The only reason I bring it up is because there's one specific character, a character by the name of Captain Caveman.
Yes.
Do you know how Captain Caveman talks?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Uh, who do you think his voice actor would be?
Oh
Just like
Lord.
just
I
a
heard it
random
was
guess.
I heard it was something. Wasn't
It's
it like
not.
T-Pain?
It's not right. No, it's Tracy Morgan,
Tracy Morgan as Captain Caveman?
and it's just the
That's weird.
weirdest thing. You're like, huh?
That's
It's the
weird.
weirdest one.
That's
And it's
weird.
just I don't know. It's just every okay. Okay, so the movie's about Scoob and Shaggy meeting, and how like oh no they're they've been doing this for a while. They're working now. They're like older. They're out of school. Let's do this full time as an actual business. But we need an investor. Who can we get to invest in our company? I know, Simon Cowell.
Oh yeah, like that weirdly Simon Cowell
Simon Cowell,
he looks well rendered compared to every other
who
character in
is
that
like a
movie.
full like 3D like complete model of what Simon Cowell looks like compared to these like cartoonish goofy characters next to him.
But they're not even good cartoon. Like they don't look like the 3D characters of the Scooby game. They kind of look like in the image where you see Simon Cowell, who's like, okay, that's cartoon Simon Cowell. And if you didn't tell me that was like Velma, Shaggy, and Daphne, I'd be like, and some other characters. They don't look like them.
That's the worst.
But then,
So
and it's like the Blue Falcon movie.
no, then at a point, they're trying to stuff Scooby because he's like the ancestor of Alexander the Great's dog, so they can unlock Alexander the Great's like treasure tomb, which is a portal to hell.
Okay, that's cool.
But it's not. It's not even like a real. For some reason, Alexander the Great just had dark magic around,
Nah, I'm fine with that.
and he just. But also the key to his money door was him and his dog.
Oh, so that was the seal.
Yes, that was the seal was him and his dog had to seal it up, and that's how he kept his dark magic treasure.
Does that mean that
Guarded by
Shaggy
Cerberus.
is the ancestor of Alexander the Great?
I was like saying that through half the movie. I'm like,
Because
he's gonna
because
fucking.
to me that's
They
how
never
that would
say
have to
anything about
work.
it, but I'm pretty sure that.
Because it would be more interesting if it was someone else, or like,
There's
or
this weird
maybe
part where the movie gets like, yeah, it's weird because like there's a statue of Alexander the Great and he kind of looks like Shaggy. I'm like, this is getting stupider now. I'm not liking this.
what would Johnny Quest and Bandit work? Because that's a boy and his dog companion.
They literally show up at the end.
Oh no,
Johnny Quest and his dad show up at the end, and like they're
that's bad.
getting help from the mystery crew doing something, and
Oh,
fucking Blue Falcon's like, I want to make a new Falcon crew, and it's gonna be me, Dynamite, Jabberjaw, Adam Ant, Captain Caveman, and Grape Ape
that's
fighting
terrible.
crime.
That's really bad. That's really bad. You can't see it, but I'm just like holding my head and just shaking it and going no.
Now, okay, here's the thing. There's one good part in this movie
Okay, what is it?
where they're at a like amusement park and they go into like a little arcade, and on one of the back walls is a Hex Girl poster
Okay, that's pretty good.
that looks like the original Hex Girls from the
Also,
series.
if they were
Oh
smart
my
and they
god.
just if they were smart and they just threw in Space Ghost Coast to Coast versions of Zorak and Space Ghost, then I'm okay.
No, what they need to do is gotta throw in Harvey Birdman and Space Ghost Coast to Coast
Oh yeah, like in Sea
together.
Lab. So if like the Adult Swim versions of the Hanna Barbera cartoons show up, so
Oh,
if it's Sea Lab and Coast to Coast and Harvey Birdman, and it's just like no, that's how these people are, and they act exactly the same. They're not acting like the Scoob versions. Then you got some. You can throw in like the Aqua Teens. It's William Street, still works.
uh, look, I'm just gonna say that movie is definitely. It's not for me. They're not aiming it at me.
No.
It's nothing but like bright lights and loud noises to keep a kid distracted during quarantine, and
So it's Trolls 2
that's
World Tour, which
literally yes.
which is why that movie did so well, because it's just here's the kids movie and you have a
It's
quarantine child.
so far it's movie of the year.
I don't know.
It's
I still give it to Sonic. I liked the
wait,
Sonic
hold
movie.
on.
Yeah,
Wait, hold on. When did Sonic come out?
Sonic came out in February. Remember Valentine's
Jesus
Day?
Christ!
Yeah.
Oh,
Sonic
okay.
Sonic
It
is
feels like a
movie of the year.
lifetime.
Yeah, no. Oh, this year has felt like every month feels like a year. It's a nightmare. Sonic the Hedgehog is movie of the year so far.
Anyone listening to this, I know we say this a lot, but it's making me go insane, and I hate this.
Oh,
Because I'm like, wow, that thing was great last year. Huh? That came out 3 months ago?
there's things like every so often someone will say something like, "Remember that?" And I'm like, "Oh, that was this year? No, that was like 2 weeks ago." It's like, "Oh. Oh no."
You feel that pit just drop and go, oh.
Oh, it's like time is speeding up, but it's not. Or I feel like I'm living years and days. It's I feel like that one Junji Ito, where the guy every time he goes to sleep, he sleeps for longer and longer, and he wakes up and he was like, I was in a toilet for 17 years. How long have I been here? And it's like a day. It's like, oh man, the toilet. Speaking of 17-year long toilets, let's talk about Fortnite, because there's major Fortnite news.
Here, I'm gonna let you take the lead on this.
All right, so Fortnite news. because I started down the Fortnite rabbit hole where I was on Twitch looking for something to watch, and it was in like afternoon, and the Fortnite World Championships are going on, and I was watched some of them, and I was like, it was actually kind of interesting because Fortnite to me is an interesting game I cannot win at. I am Captain Ahab, and Fortnite is my white whale because I can't win at it. I've won at every other kind of game. Every multiplayer game, I've at least won once. But Fortnite eludes me. But whatever. So, Epic decides to go, hey, we're going to sell our V-Bucks not through app stores or anything. So, you children, you just give us your credit card. You don't give Apple your credit card to then get V-Bucks. And because doing that violates Apple's and I think Google's also, like the Google Play Store, terms of service, they have removed the Fortnite app from iOS and I think Android. And in retaliation, almost immediately, because what's happened is Epic did they baited them. They had a lawsuit ready to go. And they also had a weird Fortnite machinima parody of Apple's 1984 ad where they try to get the children gamers to rise up to get their Fortnite back on the iPhones. And it's really skeezy. And that's the current Fortnite situation. Is that Epic is technically right, but they're wrong. It's wrong because it is kind of sleazy that Apple takes such a huge cut of everything on the iTunes store. But then Epic Games is also doing monopolistic and exclusive stuff, as you know, from the Epic Games Store. So effectively, one monopoly is upset that there's another monopoly. That is the current Fortnite news. Nolan, what do you think about Fortnite?
I'm going to be honest, as a normal adult who does play video games a lot, I've never seen the super big appeal of Fortnite. It seems okay. I've played a couple times. I did well. I always finish in like top 5 or top 10, and then I'm like, I'm good. I'm done playing this.
So what they do?
I don't understand why you'd spend money on it.
Okay, so I mean it's peer pressure. So Fortnite, I downloaded Fortnite mainly to test out the Epic Games Store on my computer in case they released something I wanted to stream. So I tested that, and I tested basically Fortnite because it's free to see how it interacts with streaming or whatever, and it's fine. But Fortnite is what makes it work is I think I made the tweet where Fortnite is like a mall, and just like a mall, it works when you have one of two things. Either it's a place to hang out with your friends. So you have 4 friends, right? And you all hang out and you play Fortnite and you're on the island and there's stuff to do on the island. Or you give enough money for the battle pass, and that gives you enough unlocks and challenges where the actual battle royale part of Fortnite is secondary to doing the random challenges. So there's stuff like, here, go to the crashed ship and find the treasure. And it's like a hidden kind of platforming puzzle. And if you do it, like a treasure chest unlocks and you get a bunch of points. And that points unlocks stuff on your battle pass. So if you pay for that battle pass or whatever, then you're getting a bunch of cosmetic and rewards for doing a bunch of weird stuff on the map. But you can also do that with your friends. So that's the appeal of Fortnite. Unless you're actually really good at it, then it's just a win. But winning Fortnite's really hard because you got to have some serious APM. It's a high APM game. That is not a... Call of Duty is a relatively low APM game, or actions per minute, where Fortnite is a way higher one. Like I've seen those people how fast they have to edit those buildings. It's oof. Oh, it feels like, I don't know, man, it's a nightmare. But it's just I'm so conflicted about that game because it's almost great. It's almost I really like the art style of Fortnite. I'll be real.
Yeah.
I like how it looks. And I do like the destructibility. I think how buildings and stuff in Fortnite is destructible reminds me of Red Faction Guerrilla and Red Faction. And I really liked that game because it was stuff like you'd shoot out the bottom of something and cause stuff to fall out. And it meant like where in Call of Duty, you'll see a guy and he'll hide in a room. And in Red Faction, it's like, okay, I'll just drive the truck through the house and blow it up and then get him. And it's like, that's cool. I like that. But it just doesn't there. I think Fortnite would be cool, and it skirts it sometimes, is I would love to see alternate win conditions in that game.
Yeah.
I would love to see there's just a race going.
Secure objective.
Yeah. Or just, okay, so you win Fortnite by killing everyone and being at the end. But then some maps, here's a race going on. First 10 players in a car get to the starting line. Now there's a race going on. And if that race ends before the whoever wins the battle royale, then the winner of the race is the champion. So now the battle royale has to switch to start to interrupt the race. And I think that, like, I don't know. It's just that whenever they did the robots, the big mech suits in Fortnite were really fun. I really liked them.
No, I was thinking, Dead by Daylight. You have the secret door.
Yeah.
Once it gets closed in, there's a secret door in the middle, and whoever gets there first is safe.
Or there was that game. I think I watched Super Bunny Hop video about it, where it was like set in the Louisiana swamp, and it was a battle royale. But really, the goal is there's some eldritch horror in the swamp, and you got to kill it, and then you got to leave. And if you do that, you win. But also you win if you just kill everybody.
So, dude, you know what would be great, though?
What?
Like, what if you just took Fortnite and you made it like some sort of wave-based zombie shooter?
Uh-huh.
Where you'd have to build things up.
Okay.
And you'd have to, like, defend an area by building it up.
Huh. And
that would be great, wouldn't it?
Yeah, and there'd be, like, stages. So kind of like during the day, you'd go out and harvest, and then at night, all the zombies would come out, and you'd have to get in your fort.
Oh, no.
Because
I want to make sure we're on the same page, aren't we?
I think, yeah, the Save the World.
Yeah, thank you. Well, that's my favorite thing. Here's the thing. When I first saw Fortnite, I was like, Save the World. I'm like, this looks neat. I kind of do just wish it died there.
What their genius thing was, they copied PUBG cost money, and Fortnite didn't, and that was their genius. It's kind of like if someone made Fall Guy, like everyone likes Fall Guys, and if Nintendo just made the men who like Leaping Lads, and it's free.
Here's Toad
Tumbles.
Toad Tumbles.
Yeah. And Nintendo came out with Toad Tumbles, and Toad Tumbles is free. It's still Fall Guys, but it's free. Shit. It's zero cost, and it's slightly different, but it's like, here's our game. And everyone's like, oh, okay, I'll play Toad Tumbles because that one's the free one. And actually runs on everything. That was also Fortnite's greatest strength, was that it could run on a cell phone where PUBG could not.
Yeah.
PUBG could not. PUBG couldn't run on computers. It was still like horrible.
PUBG is like the first one, but now it's like one of the bottom ones.
I think it's because it never. So it was like it was the janky Arma mod, and then PUBG came out, which is the still janky but less janky version of the Arma mod, But then people just said like, okay, we're gonna make a functional version of it. And it was like,
And let's
oh,
put on the worst selling console of this generation, the Xbox One.
man,
Let's make that great deal.
Microsoft is still like, I want to like it. I want to buy an Xbox, and I just don't see it.
If I gave like 3 shits about Halo, then maybe. But beyond that, no.
I was all Haloed out by 3, and I really liked Halo.
Me too. I played a little bit of like ODST and a little bit of Reach, and that was it. And then I'm like, I'm good.
I think I got Halo 4 when it was on sale. It was something where I was in a store, and it was like Halo 4 for 360 for like $20. And I'm like, I'll get that.
Well, might as well.
It was okay. It was fine. I liked it. I enjoyed myself. Like, that was a pretty good Halo game. But I wasn't like, it's not the AAA. It's not even, it's not as good as Tetris 99.
Okay, so I know a little bit about 4. I have absolutely no idea what 5's about, and I know that 6 was about. Oh, here's the new Spartan.
Oh, there's 6? I thought Halo Infinite was 6.
No, is it not? Wait, am I talking about 5?
Oh Lord! See, this is the thing. We don't know how many Halos there are.
Give me like 1 second.
Okay, yeah. Look it up. I don't know. I keep thinking Halo Infinite was 5, and then people start talking about Halo. I'm like, oh yeah, because there was like Master Chief, and then like an evil Master Chief that was trying to kill Master Chief. But I thought at the end...
It's Halo 5 Guardians.
Okay. I thought...
Like, Master Chief, you've gone crazy.
Yeah, because I thought...
Here's new Master Chief.
Yeah, there's... Because I thought, like, at the end of 4, Master Chief merged with, like, the Forerunners, and that's how he defeated them, is that he had Forerunner DNA. And I was like, oh, that's interesting. He's kind of mutated now. But apparently not.
Just let Master Chief... Let him go to bed. Let him introduce new character, and he goes on the journey, and he's got to find this guy that has a tool, and the kid opens up the door, and it's just John Master Chief with his helmet on, but like not wearing any other clothes except for like normal like just clothing, no armor, but he still has the helmet on because that's how you know it's him.
He takes off the helmet, and it's Bill Gates. And he goes, it's time for Fusion Frenzy. Yo, okay.
Time to finish the fight again.
What if instead you go like Halo Infinite instead of Master Chief, so you think like, oh man, you're landing on like a Halo, and you're like, we need to get the Warrior of Legend, and you're doing it, and then the vault opens up, and it's Lizard Man from Brute Force. And it's like, Brute Force is here. It's time for Brute Force. Or Blinks the Time Sweeper. That's who it is.
Fucking Master Chief lands on this. Master Chief and Arbiter land on this alien planet, and he's got to help the COG fight the Locusts.
Okay.
And oh no, who's that coming in? It's the Battletoads to give us backup.
Oh man. Battletoads.
I'm trying to go through my head. What are the Microsoft franchises that I'm like, wow, these games would be great, and like these are reasons to buy an Xbox, and it's like Crackdown, that's dead.
Yeah.
Gears of War, that's pretty much dead to me.
I was done after Gears 2.
That's the best one. It's the best one.
Like, I played Gears 1, and I was like, that's a good concept. And I played a lot of Gears 2. Kind of like
Gears 2 is great.
Kind of like Modern Warfare 2, where the first one and then the second one, I'm like, no, that's because they, like all video game sequels, they took the first one and put more. I'm like, yo, that was really good. But also kind of they have Forza?
Cars don't count.
Okay.
Fucking Love
fucking love,
cars.
love to smell them. They have every other Rare franchises. Viva Pinata?
Unless Rare makes like a Banjo and Kazooie, I think they're good. Or you know what? I'll give them a chance if they do something like really cool and new, and
Yep.
make some sort of like old school platformer.
Yeah, I'd be fine.
Maybe.
I would be fine with Nuts and Bolts too. I really liked Banjo Kazooie Nuts and Bolts. It was not a Banjo Kazooie game at all, but I liked the idea because it was a puzzle game that encouraged you to break it. Where it was, here's the challenge of do a race, but you went there with a jet and you just flew. You just, like, there was one that was like, climb the mountain with your motorcycle. And you go, okay, I'm entering in my helicopter motorcycle. And you just fly to the top and land and you go, I win. And that was really fun to, like, break that game. But I understand because it is not Banjo-Kazooie at all. Killer Instinct. That was good.
If they like throw it a KI2, I'd be pretty happy with that.
Yeah, I mean they bought Obsidian. Was Microsoft the one that was doing Dying Light 2?
I have no idea because that game got announced like 3 years ago, and they haven't shown anything from it.
Yeah, because I remember being legitimately excited for Dying Light 2 because I liked the first Dying Light, and the idea of that game having a story, I was like, oh, you could get something really good there. Because the parkour and the zombies and stuff, that was really fun. And if there was actually a reason to do that other than it's really fun to jump around and do parkour and melees, I mean, you got something there.
I'd like it, but I feel like it's in the same video game limbo that Dead Island 3 is in.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or Phantom Dust.
Oh, Lord. That's true.
You forgot about... Yeah, I forgot about that, too.
Oh, I forgot that Phantom Dust was a thing.
Like, we're going to bring back a beloved franchise. Everyone's like, yeah! And now, like, 6 years later, nothing.
They could do... Like, there's a lot of games that I would love to see that Xbox could do. Like, all right, Xbox, team up with From Software and make a new... Like how Activision got Sekiro. I think Sekiro's Activision and From Software, right?
Yeah.
All right, Microsoft.
Yeah, it is.
You go on the From Software and you go, listen, I know you got a game there that no one's heard of, and that game is called Otogi Myth of Demons, a game that Kevin got for his Xbox, and he would love to see Otogi 3, because there was Otogi 2, but he would love Otogi 3. Give it.
No. If it's in... Okay, no. If they're going to do in like the vein of like, we need a FromSoft game, it's not going to be Bloodborne, it's not going to be Demons or Soul series. It's going to be like Cyber something. And it's going to be some sort of futuristic Souls game.
Future Dark Souls could... that's one of those things where it could work. I always really wanted... If I was going to make like a future Dark Souls, I would love to see something first-person VR, but you're set in like space or something, so it's so clunky and slow enough that you're not going to get motion sick from the VR. Like, you're piloting a mech and it has a sword and a shield and you're doing Dark Souls stuff. I think that'd be cool. Oh, they have Minecraft.
Yeah. Yeah.
I like Minecraft.
No, listen, I like Minecraft, but Minecraft's everywhere else, though. It just was first on Xbox.
I think it's also with Minecraft, for me, I feel like I got everything I needed to get out of it. Like, I played the survival mode, and then I played a server with some friends on from the internet for like a couple weeks.
Yeah.
And then I was like, and that's kind of it. Where everyone built their house, and then I had a lava moat. I'm like, that's my cool lava moat. And then everyone just kind of got bored and did other things.
Yeah,
but I did it. I'm like, here's my house. I always liked making, like, hollowing out a hill and then putting the top of it as skylight. So it's kind of like, oh, it's my hidden.
I'm trying to think. What was that VR game that I saw recently that looked really good?
VR chat?
No. It was Hitman 3.
Hitman 3's in VR?
It has a VR mode.
Oh, that'd be nuts.
Dude, it looks real good.
Hitman's
like, it doesn't
great.
Look like crap. And it's you like looking around corners. Just, I want to toss the spaghetti myself.
I always like. I feel like I want I want a VR mech game. I want the Mech Warrior, the gun where you're getting in and you're going. Like Steel Battalion, not the Kinect version, but just give me the Steel Battalion. You got to buy the $200 commercial controller, and then you also have to put on the VR helmet. So then you get the full, I am piloting my robot.
No, this time it's just a big old like $200 seat you have to buy.
Oh yeah. Oh, I'd be super in
it and put your VR into it.
Yo,
I'd buy the shit out of that.
I would buy, like, okay, get inside your piloting seat and it like rumbles and like so you're just like you're like, all right, targeting.
You have to like it has like buttons on the side and you have to like hit them to do shit.
Oh, that'd be so sick.
That'd be great.
You just like come on, Microsoft, step up. Give me a reason.
Yeah. In case no one knows, the new supposed price for the sex box is going to be $599.
So it's $599 US.
US. That's what they're saying.
See, like I'm probably going to not get the Xbox and just get a good laptop or a desktop computer because it serves my purposes for streaming, and all the Microsoft stuff is just coming out. If I really wanted, I would just get Xbox Game Pass. I think that's cheaper than like a good computer and Xbox Game Pass gives me more than the actual system.
Literally, the only Xbox or the only Microsoft games I've bought have been for my computer, and that's it.
Yeah, like the only thing I was interested that was first party exclusive was Killer Instinct.
KI, Cuphead, and what's that? Not Dead Nation. It's a zombie game.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Oh, I know what you're saying. It's the janky zombie game?
Yeah.
I can't remember what that's called.
I'm like, oh, this looks neat.
I know what you're saying.
Grab that too. But it's really not worth it. Just get a computer.
Yeah,
you can do more stuff and still play the same game.
Yeah, because I think they're going to put Halo on the Game Pass.
If they want to make money, they're going to have to.
Yeah, it's just like, why not? And like Cuphead came to everything.
Cuphead's coming to PS4.
Yeah.
So.
Have you seen any of the production stills and stuff from the Cuphead cartoon that's going to be on Netflix?
No, I think I saw a little bit of it.
The voices are good.
Well, I haven't heard any voices.
Oh, the voices are actually really good. Really good. Cuphead has a great voice. Mugman is basically I think it's the same actor. It's God. The closest I would compare it to is Mr. Whiskers from Brandy and Mr. Whiskers. If you know,
Oh, that's perfect.
that's Mugman.
Oh
That
my
like
god.
neurotic, like yeah, yeah, like that's him, and it's really good.
Oh, okay. That's great.
Like the voice cast of that looks really like that show's going to be good. It well, the trailer sold me. It was just the interviewers. Cuphead kind of sounds more like a Cuphead. Like I can't describe his voice, but he's one of those like
I'll have to look that up.
it's good. He sounds like a character how you would imagine Cuphead, who's like a wise guy. I'm gonna fight you. Kind of almost like a Three Stooges character, but not really. But it's one of those where it's like, yeah, he's an old cartoon. He kind of sounds like an old cartoon in a good way. I'm in it.
You know what? From years of just having nothing but like crappy video game media for like decades upon decades, Netflix is really killing it with video game shows.
Yeah, they're finding their niche, and their niche is video game adaptations. Because Castlevania was great. Witcher was. I thought Witcher was good. It had some flaws, but still, as an adaptation, it's good.
Yep.
Cuphead should. It's their anime. I don't know. It's just don't adapt anime. Don't do that, Netflix. Don't try to make live action anime. Just make cartoons or just fund anime, because the animes they funded have been really good, like Beastars and Dorohedoro, like all those. Like those have been really good. Devilman.
Most of them have been crushed, but not all of them.
No,
I'm looking at you, brand new beast.
Okay, so do you want to slight Kipo and the Age of Wonder Beast spoiler?
Yeah.
So the main character in Kipo and the Age of Wonder Beast has the same power as the girl from Brand New Animal, where she can like morph herself. And I was like, oh man, this is just better Brand New Animal, isn't it? and I'm like, oh man, it was a cool. Because they had like a fight scene and her body mutated and she's like, okay, I can see in the dark. And they're like, what? How'd you do that? And like, just roll with it.
Did I bring up what's that other Netflix show? It was like the really artistic one that everyone was talking about.
The Umbrella Academy?
No. Oh, fuck. It was like a cartoon show.
Cartoon show. Describe it.
It was like a guy in a hat. Purple guy in a hat.
I have not seen it.
Oh, sorry, let me look it up.
Okay. This sounds unfamiliar. I'm drawing a blank. I haven't seen the next season of Umbrella Academy, but I really like the first season of Umbrella Academy.
It looks really good. I might actually get into that.
Like the first season is like an okay superhero show, but the cinematography is unreal and it elevates it. It's really well shot.
The Midnight Gospel.
Oh, that one, yeah, the Pendleton Ward. Drew recommended that.
I tried to get into it and I just couldn't.
Yeah, I just
like it looks really nice. It looks really nice, but it's very boring because it's just people talking about
life and death.
It's almost like a podcast.
It is apparently it is a podcast that's been animated. So
yeah, that's what it feels like.
Basically, that show is the long form version of when of the guy that animates the Super Beast cast clips of Tony Hawk's existential nightmare. It just shows him walking sadly as you hear people in the background whispering, "Is that Tony Hawk?" It's just, here I am doing everything I can.
Make sure to go to Chipotle so you can get access to the demo.
Oh,
I forgot about that because I literally remember reading a hard drive article that was uh, Tony Hawk is going to be the most realist skater game because they don't because you have to ration your salsa for your giant burrito.
no, it's the hard drive is becoming real.
Fucking the onion's becoming real. I'm getting
No, humor is dead. Parody is like, as someone who tries to do comedy things, you try to think of a joke and it's just, yeah, that's how it is. And you go, oh no. Oh dear.
you literally look at you. Sorry, you make a joke, and then you quickly look up.
Oh, it's
and
happening.
there's the joke on TV.
Yeah.
It's happening.
Yeah, it's
right
real.
now.
It's real, and you just gotta accept it. How it's just the never-ending nightmare. Anyway, that's our
True
podcast this week.
nightmare.
Yeah, Tony Hawk's real nightmare is he looks on Twitter and something bad happens, and you look away and you look back on. Is Twitter Schrodinger's like bad news? Like, does bad news happen if you don't look at it? Because
bad news only happens because you look at Twitter.
Yeah, that's because so is it like, is that our old god creature from another dimension, our Black Mirror episode, is the fact that the more popular Twitter gets as the price to pay, it's like shooting out badness into the world. But so the only way to fix the world is everyone has to not look at Twitter. If we can
but there's some really good shit posts on there though.
No, well that's how it gets you, Nolan. Like, look, believe me, I'm addicted to Twitter. I need it. But every time I look at Twitter, something bad happens. But that's why we're in the spiral. That's how it's tendrils. If we go to the heart of Twitter, we will find like some kind of Shoggoth thing, and it's just like, I got you, but do you really need to see? Like, I know you want to destroy me to save the world, but here's a video of a Canadian man feeding raccoons hot dogs. You want to see that? And I do.
Hey, look at this. There's some scrub quotes for you.
Oh, I need those scrub quotes. I need those struggle tweets.
And I need struggle tweets, and I need horny police.
I need these accounts
so I can see. Wow, there's way worse people out there than me.
Yeah. Okay, so I want to end on Fortnite. I learned about the story of Fortnite. What do you know about the story of Fortnite? Like the lore.
Like the original.
No.
Wait, I'm sorry, the in-game lore?
Yes, the in-game lore.
I have no clue.
Okay, so it's kind of wild. I'm going to make it sound cooler than it is. So, in Fortnite, Fortnite Saves the World was about how a genius scientist tried to find infinite energy and fucked up. And that's the storm, and it created the zombies. And that's what happened in Fortnite Saves the World. So, as a contingency plan, what they did is, using their kind of like super supreme whatever technology, they made just a gigantic, like an immensely huge server room that's simulating universes. So every round of Fortnite Battle Royale is a simulation inside of Fortnite. And what happened, and you learned this because a character inside, I think it's Midas, the character Midas inside of Fortnite Battle Royale realized he is a simulated character inside of Fortnite and decided to try to escape. And he almost did. And that's the lore of Fortnite. Because at the end of one of the things, your Fortnite character escapes Fortnite and is in the real world.
So what you're telling me is that it's the post-apocalypse outside, and everyone's just strapped into their give-up machines.
Well, no. Because in the real world, like, it's basically like a Fallout bunker where there's still like
Oh, okay.
civilization happening. But one of the ways to try to figure out how to solve the zombie problem is they're running simulated universes with different like whatever.
Oh,
So they have like a massive computer that's simulating the universe with different variables, hoping that one of them will figure out a way to like, oh, in this world, the Fortnite guy did too many flosses, and that actually just repels the zombie somehow and fixes the problem. But in one of those, the character realized that they could escape Fortnite, and because the simulation was good enough, he was able to do so, but only for a limited time. Which is why the Fortnite movie should be about, like, if they make a Fortnite movie, the whole movie should be the character wanting to kill themselves because they're trapped in Fortnite and it's a nightmare.
they gotta escape.
Like, do you understand what this world is? It's full of product placements and tweens dancing. I hate it. I can't kill myself because I all my crap is like slurp gun, and then I wake up and then I'm back. Can't. It's just never. That's my hell.
I die and I wake up and the Emperor is talking over top of me.
Yeah, I'm
How he's
watching the
gonna
hot trailer for Star Wars that I don't know what that is. They're showing like some movie showing up, and I'm like, this movie looks terrible, and I'm stuck here.
Episode 9. I don't know where I am in it.
And then there's some stormtrooper guy, and he's
There's some
flossing. I want to
big purple
die.
guy, he holding a glove. I don't know what's going on. And people have like shields and hammers. This place is a nightmare.
I want to die, and that would be my Fortnite movie. Where you'd think it'd be like the Emoji Movie, but then it just makes this weird swerve where it's the existential nightmare of Fortnite, and how the character makes it think that maybe we should all die.
It's Wreck-It Ralph, but it takes a dark turn.
Yeah, it's Wreck-It Ralph, but instead of Ralph discovering that he's a good person and wants to live and show everyone he's a good person, it's the character saying, I'm a bad person and want to die.
I can't escape this. Please kill me.
This is my hell. Please make it stop.
It's literally Bill Murray at Groundhog Day.
Yeah.
I've tried to kill myself so many times.
I tried it. I jumped out the battle bus. It just didn't open my pack. It's like, oh man. Anyway, open your glider and do some flossing. Later days where we drop it. Bye.